Dan here, Diddy Speed Shop. So, I don't know. Well, you are in the way. That was quick.
You never look at us when you're talking to us.
Well, you never say action. You just start filming me. So today, we're going to do a few things. Well, we're going to do one thing, actually. Sean, the what are you sure guy, he's building a Burnout car. And he's like, you should build one. And I'm like, well, I don't know. And he's like, well, I'm going to build mine on a super strict budget. I'm like, oh, okay. So anyways, he's having his brand new motor done. He's getting a brand new blower. He's getting a brand new suspension put in. Oh, he's having a custom rear end done. And I think he's like paying a guy to put it all together. Anyway, so his super low budget Burnout car. And I was like, well, maybe we could do a Burnout car for, you know, an actual budget. What I call, you know, here's the thing. He's doing a budget build. It's just not a small budget. Anyway, so.
What? Are you sure?
Are you for sure about that? So we're actually going to try and do a budget Burnout car with stuff I have kicking around. Now, I will say I did spend money on these things, but it is stuff that's been sitting around. So I bought this 6-liter motor off a guy for $1,000 a couple of weeks ago. He says it's good, so that's cool. I'm not even going to wash it. It's just what we're going to use. Now we have two vehicles, and here's the thing. So I want to go through the vehicles. You guys can give a bunch of attitude and comments and tell me how wrong I am no matter which way we go in the comments. And then we got to go through that there 671 supercharger and see what we have for bits and pieces, because we're going to use that. So my original, that's the big guy, yeah. So I bought that a while ago. I want to say I paid $3,000 for it, or $2,500 Canadian. So anyway, and I have a lot of other bits. We got to go through. I have a bunch of stuff up top, and I'll have to get an adapter plate for an LS. But anyway, my original thought was we were gonna. Well, I tried to sell the red Chevelle. So let's just back up a minute. Let me get into my Captain Morgan stance. So I was in selling mode because I had to pay for the stupid shop out back. Well, that all got pushed back, so now the money isn't as much of a concern. I tried to sell that thing, and it didn't go as well as I hoped. I wasn't giving it away because it's a good car. I was like, okay, and then Danny's like, turn it into a Burnout car. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. But whatever, that was going on. So that was our plan up until yesterday. And then anyways, this has been for sale for a few days. El Caminos aren't worth any money, as it turns out. Nobody is interested in it. I think I priced it very affordably / ready to go. And no one's really got into it, and it's a cool car. I dig it. I've kind of always liked El Caminos. And then I started thinking to myself, maybe this could be the Burnout car. It is far further ahead in a lot of different ways. Also, like the Australian cars are utes. This is like the North American ute, right? So either way, both cars are almost identical. Well, Chevelle platform. That one's way rougher, but that's a Chevelle. So maybe I don't want to hurt a Chevelle. So I have a plan that we're going to kind of work through here. This one has a 12 bolt in it, and it has a turbo 350 built transmission. That has junk, which whatever, we'll just use it and break it. This one has a good motor in it, and I think the motor in this one would go really good in that one. So we're going to switch motors around a little bit. So that's kind of the sale on that. Now, I'm not putting a rear end in it. I'm not putting a fancy transmission. I was going to pull the plate off, whatever which we do, weld the rear end together. I don't even know what gears are in it, but weld it up solid. Put some small, oh, what was that? Oh, neighbor's waving. Small El Cheapo tires and steel wheels on it, and like bench seat drum brakes, just have some fun, and make ourselves a Burnout vehicle. Oh, neighbor might be coming across to visit. So I'm going to think about it, and I'll be back to you after we BS around with Sam Squanch. Okay, so we're back at it. Man, these noisy neighbors mowing grass. Anyway, so the plan is we're going to build a cheapo Burnout car, or try to, and see. Worst case, it'll be a cool car, one or the other. So let us know in the comments section if you think we should do the Chevelle or the El Camino. I am leaning towards...
Nomad.
Oh yeah, screw that piece of junk. I am thinking this would be kind of cool, just because it's a ute, and that's like the Australian way of doing it. So that's where I'm leaning, but I will take your comments into careful consideration and not just do whatever I want. Anyway, so we have the 6-liter aluminum head deal, nothing serious to it. It's mild out, all that sort of stuff. We're gonna do zip, zero, nada to it, other than put an intake manifold on it, a balancer, set of headers, and a supercharger. So I got this is the 671 Dilio. It was supposedly like either rebuilt or like a reman deal, so I don't know anything about it. It was kind of a part, so we're gonna kind of go through it. I was talking to a guy who knows everything about these things, so we'll get that dialed. And then over here, I have, this is all the stuff that came with it. So it was on a big block Chevrolet intake manifold, but I believe this is the, this must be something like the tensioner. There's a bunch of hardware. I got some sort of miscellaneous belt. Oh, there's a blower drive gasket, lower pulley. So we'll have to decide what we're gonna do for boost and all that sort of stuff. I'm excited to kind of use I don't know what any of this stuff is for, but I'm sure somebody will on the internet. And this must be just a lower pulley for like a V-belt. You would put that onto your, I don't know what. I don't know what anything is, Danielle.
Don't we know it?
And this must be some sort of a,
Gasket or something?
oh, it's a blower gasket to the adapter plate. So I think
Nailed
we're
it.
gonna, it's a gasket. So I'm gonna get the 6 liter, I'm gonna get a tunnel ram intake manifold with a plate that comes off. I'm gonna get an adapter plate. So it'll be tunnel ram, blower, like tall. And then I don't know, I'm thinking about going fuel injection. I'm not really too sure. The only reason I'm thinking fuel injection, if we put a small fuel cell in the thing, we keep a lot of fuel in it just from the slosh of being whipped around. I don't know if a carburetor will do that as well, sloshing around. So I'll do a little research on that. Now, the big thing I'm gonna do, actually I talked to Speedway Motors about it already, but we're doing everything on the El Cheapo. But one thing I am not gonna cheap out on, I think a lot of people do, and it's by all means, you do what you wanna do with your car, but the safety side of things. And now I don't think it needs a roll cage or anything like that. We're not going fast enough for that. You whack into something, I mean, I don't know. The wheel speed's high, but I mean, are you going 30 mile an hour tops? I would have to assume. And you're into a barrier which will move and stuff like that. So, but what scares me is fire. I'm not a huge fan of fire, because that's how you can get, horribly disfigured and have to deal with that the rest of your life. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the car real cheap. I mean, again, we have a $1,000 motor, we have the blower there. I gotta buy the adapter kit, a belt, a few things like that. So that was like $1,500. And then if I decide to go EFI, that's really get a little expensive because I do want to run dual, like those EFI carburetor things, which I have tried before and I didn't have the best of luck with. But I was talking to the guys at Holly and they have the Stealths, so they look like 750 double pumpers, and apparently they're top notch. And at the end of the day, that kit to run those two is not much more money than the MSD or whatever I have to run to standalone to run the LS on a carburation setup anyways. I'll probably buy a couple of carburetors while I'm at it anyways, just to have them in stock, so we'll be able to do whatever we want. So that's the plan there. Turbo 350, all mechanical. We'll have a big radiator in it, probably I guess an electric fan on it. I'm gonna get a set of headers. Probably, I'm thinking straight pipe, 3-inch exhaust pointed at the tires to blow the smoke out, make it look cool. No matter what we do. That's my plan there. If you guys have any other ideas or thoughts about what to do in a burnout car, I'd like to know. Anyways, back to the safety. I have all sorts of ideas about how to build the car. I think having some sort of a safety or matting in the wheel wells to not blow a tire and then just destroy the car. As much as it's gonna be, we're beating on these things, I don't wanna ruin the cars. I know I joke about those things, and scratches here and there, but I don't wanna blow the quarter panels off it just cause. So what we can do about that, I think a fuel cell, and not the El Cheapo one, like either a bladder one or something that can be pretty serious about, I think is very important. I think some of the electrical and the fuel line, I think should be like a hydraulic heavy duty hose, and I actually think it should be armored. I was thinking about that, like putting it in a pipe or something like that. So as shrapnel or things like that go, It won't rip the fuel line apart and cause a fire, which nobody wants that. One of the rules is it does have to have a drive shaft loop. I think maybe 2 is what we should do there, or do something. Transmission blanket, so if it lets go, like it's all kind of covered. I think there's a little bit of money you can spend, which will go a long way, and it is going to cost some dollars. They also sell, it's more like Speedway has so much roundy round stuff, and they have this like fire suppression systems and stuff, and I kind of thought, and it's like $1,000. And I get it, $1,000 is not no small amount of money, but $1,000 being on fire. Just throwing it out there.
Your locks will go up in smoke so fast.
After the fact, everyone wishes they would have done something. So you know what? If we spent $1,000 to put a fire suppression system in this thing and never have to use it, what a problem to have, right? If you put the drive shaft thing in there and it never blows the drive shaft, what a problem to have. You put the fuel line in some sort of armor or whatever it is, and it's a pain in the ass to take off every time you want to change it. I'd rather have that problem than the fire problem. You see it where guys, they knock themselves unconscious, or who knows what happens. And I think we do some sketchy things around here, but I do take safety relatively seriously. Danny has actually said she might want to try it or something like that. I mean, the difference between a burnout car and a drag car don't seem like they're that big of a difference anyways. Big motor, you're just trying to get the wheel speed to the ground. So maybe it turns into that a little bit down the road. With the wiring, I think multiple shutoffs is kind of nice. Maybe a shut off in the car so you can kill the power yourself, or someone else can as well. I don't know. I've been kind of thinking about that side of things a little bit. I'd like to have a cool car that can do burnouts. I mean, again, we're going to have the motor. I want it in line with the roof would be cool. I don't know if we'll have that kind of height or not. We'll have to see. Oh, I meant to get our motor mounts from up there too. I should see what I have. I got a bunch of MISC stuff up there. So maybe I'll just go and look at one more thing we have, and then we'll come back and close this little shorty video out. But anyways, the big thing was, this is totally out of our element. Man, can you believe the comments about doing more work, Dan, versus just talking? People are gonna lose their mind. But so burnout cars is not really our jam. Well, obviously not. I mean, just doing burnouts in cars I enjoy, but actually having a dedicated thing. We're talking about something that's gonna be at the limit for as long as the tires are alive, hopefully. So there is some sense to that. Like I said, I'm not putting a camshaft in that motor. I'm doing nothing to it. I'm gonna put it in there and let it live on the limiter with a small amount of boost in it. I mean, I'm thinking 500 horsepower would be lots. We're talking, especially if it's in the truck here, there's no weight in the bed. We're not running these big honking tires. The cheapest tire you can get that'll cause a bunch of smoke. A 12-bolt Chevy in this already, Turbo 350 El Cheapo stuff. We can swap it around, and some sort of exhaust pointing at the tires to get the smoke out. But safety, cooling, and then ultimately just maximum amounts of RPM is kind of what I'm thinking I want to start focusing on. But if you guys know better, let me know. Let's get up here and see what we got. Then we'll close this thing out. Okay, I actually found these motor mounts I bought a while ago. I don't know what I had them for. But these are sliders.
Ooh.
So these will now, basically this plate goes on the LS with these tapered deals. And then you put a regular Chevy motor mount on here, your 3 like it's on the side. And we can put anywhere we want. Put that in, lock that in, and we're good. So we have that. I do have a set of headers. I think they're those black ones, second from the left. Those are Tri-5 headers, so we could use those. I actually had a few ideas. I might just buy some shorties or whatever. Those are those turbo headers, which we're not going to use. Everything else, I think is small block, big block Chevrolet. I also had the thought, Zoomies. So I think Zoomies are cool. I'd like to build a set. There's actually a company that builds, it's hard to find Zoomie LS headers. So you just buy the flange and then go up. So
What is that? I don't know what the Zoomies is.
I don't know how to describe it, but basically it's so like the exhaust comes straight up, like monster truck.
Like a diesel or like a semi-truck.
No, each individual pipe is, well, here, I'll get it.
Oh, like an accordion.
Tractor pull, not an accordion.
Or what is it? An organ.
An organ. Kind of, I guess so.
Yeah, see?
But, so we could do that, which I think would be loud and obnoxious, but it would, stupid Google. Man, why can I not find just, oh, here we go. Something like that. So just
Oh, cool.
straight out. So I think it would look cool. What that would eliminate though is any amount of driving the thing, because it'd be a nightmare just right there, loud, obnoxious. Whereas if we put exhaust on it and dumped it at the rear tire, what I was thinking is we could put some V-bands in and put mufflers in it, so we could still street drive it.
What is there a different way to put like the exhaust on it?
We can do anything we want, but
How fabricated do you want to go?
I'm just thinking if the exhaust goes out and right in front of the rear tires, or at the points of the rear tires, it blows the smoke outwards.
Yeah.
And from a competition standpoint, smoke was points. I looked at the rules.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of figure that out. But the flip side is this thing, or that, this, is gonna be, it's gonna be a stock fuel-injected LS with a blower on it. It's gonna look ridiculous, but ultimately not be that crazy to drive in my mind. It should be relatively tame. The Turbo 350, it's got a bit of a stall in it, it's gonna have a highway gear. Like we could drive it anywhere we want, pull the hood off, and it'll just look obnoxious for the time being. It's gonna have a full interior in it and all that sort of stuff. I think I'm actually gonna, if we use this one, I'm gonna pull the AutoWire, American AutoWire setup right out of it, because it's a $1,200 wiring harness, and put the El Cheapo Amazon thing I have in it, because all we're gonna use on this one is gonna be headlights, taillights, turn signals. We can wire the wipers up if they work. We'll put power to the heater if we want, but even that, I'm probably gonna take this all out, because this has a factory AC, which is probably worth some money. Take all that out, and I'll just block that off with a block-off plate for safety, so you keep all the fire and stuff like that away from you. You know what I mean?
Need a different tie-down method.
Okay, it's not going tomorrow, Danielle. But a big old radiator, and kind of go from there. So, I don't know. Well, those are my expert thoughts. As per usual, I know that's why you guys are here, is because you care so much. You'd rather hear me talk than work. But that's what we're gonna do. And I think this thing, I've kind of fallen in love with this thing a little bit. Hey, get to run some steel wheels, do some burnouts, and ultimately we could put some nice wheels and tires on it with the motor sticking up the hood, and it would fit in perfectly at cruising the coast. Like, at the end of the day, and kind of go from there. If we decide to go a little further, could we spend money on the motor and put a camshaft and stuff like that in it? Yeah, maybe. But for me, it's like, let's actually do it as a low budget build, Sean. What?
Yeah, right.
Are you okay with that? But, yeah, we're gonna have as much money like the whole car as he's gonna have in the friggin' valve caps of his thing. I told him.
We don't got that wet no way money.
We don't have the what no way money. Here's what I wanna do. I told him, and I like giving Sean a hard time. Man, you guys should as well, if you don't mind. If you could just go to the what no way guy and just give him a hard time about DD Speed Shop, I would love that. And then screenshot it and send it to Danielle so she can repost it, because he gets it double that way. But I told him I'm gonna finish my burnout car before he finishes his, and I'm gonna drive my burnout car to his house and help him finish his burnout car. And I'll probably still try and beat him. That would be like, that'd be pretty good. What? Are you sure that's gonna happen? Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one on dansbadideas.com.
Hey, while you're on the internet, maybe just go to DD Speed Shop.
Oh, buy the El Camino shirt. Brand new El Camino shirt with a blower on it. And we got earmuffs and the supercharger.
We got earmuffs.
We got, no, the supercharger koozies. We got those happening.
No,
oh, I thought that was there.
None of those are things.
Oh.
Earmuffs are, though. You can get muffs. You can get a bunch of cool shirts. You can get work shirts.
All right.
You can get
And
keychains.
we'll see you later. Are you sure we can get that? What?